Good morning, guys. Onward here, talking traffic, episode 47, and following up with what I was talking about for mental health. There's dealing with stress, good stress and bad stress. Good stress is stress that helps you grow, pushing yourself out of the comfort zone, and then bad stress is negative stress, negative folks that might be imposing their own doubts upon you, and other stress of maybe things that might not be going your way, frustrations internally, or mental frustrations that you might have that might be blocking you, and they're not constructive. They might be causing you to doubt yourself, and I'm here to remind you, just focus on the process, right? It's all about how you proceed and the journey towards your success, whatever you want to do. If you have goals of financial success, awesome. Artistic success, awesome. Just focus on the process and commit to the process. And that process for me is journaling, but then also on a daily basis writing down my goals, and also processing what I need to do for the day. So at the very least, I need to reach out to a broker a day, right, and have a conversation with a broker. I need to analyze or underwrite one property a day. So I am in the practice and I know what the market is like. And so when I'm in market, if a deal comes up, I know exactly when and how that is a good deal, and I can move quickly on it. So these being in the process will help with managing stress. If you have a process or a system in place, right? You trust the system, and you're almost working as if you're on autopilot. If you don't have a system in place, then work to get a system, work to get a process in place. What is the very minimum thing that you need to do, that you understand that you can achieve to get you forward, right? So if you have never underwritten a property before, there are calculators like the Bigger Pockets calculator that's free, that you can go in and plug in numbers, and it will give you it will do some calculations on ROI, NOI, and how it works against the 1% or 2% rule. 1% rule being the rents are 1% of the total purchase price. The monthly rents are 1% of the total purchase price, and 2% obviously would be awesome. Double that. So if you have a $100,000 property, the monthly rent would be at least $1,000 a month. So if you don't have a process, going back to it, write down some things that you can do every day, right? And you can start small, just so you can get into the rhythm of it. Just like waking up in the morning and eating breakfast, or brushing your teeth, or taking a shower, right? You will do this, at the same time every night, and you can write it down what that schedule looks like. Write it down in your journal. At 9 o'clock every night, 10 o'clock every night, after all the chores are done, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to analyze at least one property, and write down one broker that I'll reach out to. It could be a broker that you have already reached out to in the past, and then reaching out to again, to have that conversation and touch base and build up that relationship. If it's the arts, or starting your own business, you are doing one thing that's helping you get by or push the ball forward. You are taking pictures of your product. You're contacting suppliers or manufacturers overseas, especially if you're on the West Coast. You can be contacting them at night before going to bed, because it's their business day. And then if it's artistic or you're producing content, have a goal. By the end of the week, you'll have an article written, or you'll write 200 words a day for either a blog post or pages for your book, or you'll write a song a week, and each day that week you'll be working on the lyrics and revising those lyrics. So come up with a process that will help you move forward incrementally each day, so that you can do something that's achievable, that will inspire you to keep on going forward, and that way you deal with that stress so it doesn't feel too insurmountable. That mountain is not too high to climb, right? You'll summit Everest, but you have to take it one step at a time, and you need to train for it. So don't expect it to happen overnight, and it's good stress, right? As you grow and as you conquer life, you'll get more problems, and those problems become more and more complex, and that just means that you are succeeding and you're winning, because you are finding and giving yourself new problems that life might be sending you problems that are testing you and testing your ability. So good luck. I wish you the best of luck. Stick with the process, create a process, and stick with that process, and take care, guys.